Welcome to video 3 in the Positive Energy Protection series. And today I want to talk about why we're taking on energy from others. How is this happening? I want to go into this a little bit deeper. Specifically, you're out and about and you're feeling a certain way. You don't really notice you're feeling okay, but then all of a sudden you start noticing how you're feeling. You're around somebody, or you're in a crowd, you're in a store, and you start feeling not as good. You start noticing that. And if you didn't notice, you probably wouldn't be feeling less good. It's the noticing. When we notice, we start feeling not good, and we start focusing on it. It tends to get worse, and we start to focus on that feeling of not feeling good. Now, if you think of a radio station, that they're broadcasting all the frequencies that are going on in the city that you live in, but you can't pick up the frequency, you can't receive the station and play it on your radio unless you tune in to whatever frequency that station is on. So what's going on when we're taking on somebody else's energy is we're in a sense entraining to that frequency of them. We were at a certain vibration that we felt fine, but then all of a sudden we don't feel fine. We've changed our station, we've tuned to the frequency of the radio station, of that emotional sort of frequency that's going on with the person or the crowd or the circumstance, or it could be our sort of viewpoint of it. That's a frequency, the way we're viewing the experience. And we tune down into that frequency, and then we're taking on all of this stuff. And it's like last video that I talked about the tuning forks. With the sympathetic vibrations, you get the one tuning fork, you put it in a piece of wood, you get another tuning fork of the same like frequency, put it in there, and you tap the one tuning fork and it's vibrating. And this other one here, it recognizes that frequency, so it starts vibrating over here. And then you can stop this one that you originally started, let it go, and the second one, it's vibrating, so it'll then start to get the other one to vibrate. They entrain with each other. They recognize each other's frequency. So you have that full capacity within you I was talking about, of all the emotions, all the way from depression and sadness and grief, and moving all the way up into all the different emotions, getting up into love and bliss and the higher frequencies of the higher emotions. Well, we have that capacity within us. So we could be around somebody and we could be at whatever frequency we want, really, depending on how we look at things. But unconsciously, what happens is somebody triggers us into a particular frequency that it affects us, and it turns on sort of a way we see ourselves. Turns on a capacity within us of that frequency, like the tuning fork. They may be feeling the sadness. The sympathetic vibrations, where you're around somebody that feels sad, and it kind of vibrates your tuning fork within you of sadness, so you recognize the sadness. And you entrain down to that frequency. It's like you're turning down subconsciously, not on purpose, but as you focus on it and you go, I don't like that, immediately you've just turned your station down to that frequency. Now you can hear the frequency. It's very possible you could hear the frequency of the different radio stations, but you're not having an opinion of them, so you're not getting stuck there. You're just noticing it, and you're playing with the dial, and you're tuning into different stations, and then you find one that you like, and I'm gonna set it there. I'm gonna set my preset there on the station. So now you've got a preset. So we're wanting that. We're wanting our preset to be strong, so that we can notice another person's energy, but we don't actually get taken away and go there. This is an unconscious thing. And a lot of factors are involved with this, but when we don't feel good about ourselves, if we're low on energy maybe, or we're lacking confidence, or they remind us of somebody that really upsets us, or we see something that we don't like, these things all pull us away. Because we're focusing, we're tuning into that certain vibration of what we don't like. And that's not where we want to be. What we don't like is what we don't want. But when we're focusing on that, we're actually vibrating that frequency. So you see, what we focus on is what we get here. It's really important to recognize that. And when you go out and about, just notice the places you go. Notice a coffee shop, or notice driving in traffic, how you, on a day where everything's really flowing really good, Notice you might be feeling really better that day, but notice the day that you're really impatient, you're really getting angry at all of the traffic. It just seems that there are traffic jams everywhere. You just keep bumping into more opportunities to make you not feel good, to feel unhappy with the traffic, and it just seems to get worse. But if you're in acceptance of that, and you're driving with flow, and you're patient, and you're not in a hurry, it just seems that everything goes better. Somehow the lights are green more often, and there's less traffic getting in your way. It happens more often then, it seems. But either way, if it doesn't, we're okay with it. And so we're not creating a problem with it. So how we're perceiving it is we're okay. And so we're not actually lowering our frequency. So other people, other circumstances, that's what does it. It's what happens in it. It's not really being in it and it's causing me to feel that way. That person says this and they're causing me to feel this because they said that or they did that. It's how we're perceiving it. And we can change how we perceive things. But when we are perceiving a certain thing, we're perceiving one thing, we're feeling really good, and suddenly we get triggered and we're perceiving something that doesn't feel good, we're literally turning the station down there subconsciously. We're actually lowering our energy. Now we can keep our energy up here, we can notice that, but we have to be in a place of non-judgment. As soon as we go into judgment, as soon as we point our finger, I don't like that, we just lost all of our power. Our power's in the present moment, to be present here in the here and now, where we have full say in what we do and what we experience. At that point in time, everything we do, we have the say in what we're going to do with those emotions that come up and the thoughts that come in our mind. And as soon as we go into the place of judgment, we go, oh wow, I notice I'm judging this, and then we can let it go. We can move through it, and we keep our frequency up here. Now I want to talk more about next video about specifically why do some people just really pull our energy down, specific people where other people don't. It's a very interesting topic. It's something that I think is really important, and we're going to get to the point where we get to tools that we can do so that we can really strengthen our energy and hold our energy at a good place. But for now, I just really want to get into this place of understanding. Next week I'll probably talk about the grandfather clocks and entrainment, and how we can actually strengthen our energy to be able to hold our energy high, where we just feel these lower energies and they don't affect us. Now, if you really want to start working on this, I really suggest you start working on being present with what you feel in your body, so you can practice being with what you feel, so what you feel doesn't trigger you into negative emotion. If I don't like this, we get pulled into thoughts because a lot of times we leave our body because what we're feeling makes us feel uncomfortable. Something happens, somebody does something, makes us feel uncomfortable, and in an instant, an unconscious thought comes up of judgment. The feeling is always the primary that happens, that triggers the thoughts. And we can have thoughts in our head and they end up triggering our body into certain feelings, but that's really connected to the feelings that cause the problem. The feeling in our body that we don't like, and then we end up leaving the body into the thoughts. So the more present you are, the less thoughts can pull you away, because you're not out and away from reality in your head and thoughts. You're here in the present moment. Then you can look around and you can navigate life consciously. And if you find yourself ramping up into a challenge, you can consciously guide yourself back into a calm state. Now below here there's a link to my free mindfulness program. This will help you be present and help you see how your mind works, and help you see how thoughts pull you away, and help you to let them go and to come back into the present moment. The link is down below. It's free. It's on my website. And the whole series here, there'll be a link below too where you can go onto my website and watch the whole series. So I hope you've enjoyed today. And next week, I'm looking forward to that. This is video 3. That'll be video number 4, where we're going into how do some people, certain people just really trigger us, or certain circumstances really trigger us, but other ones don't. So I think you're going to really like that. And so I wish you an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next video.